Hey guys, before we start the video, I'd just like to say, please wishlist my game on Steam, GRAPPLOTEER. I really want people to wishlist it so I can get money. Back to the video. Hi guys, so recently I've been playing a lot of this game called Vampire Survivors, and I liked the game so much that I decided, hey, why don't I make this in 3D? So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I hope you guys enjoy it, but let's get right into the video. So I wanted my remake to have an orthographic camera, which is basically like a diagonal camera. Now it's a lot more complex than that, but that's the basic version. So the problem with that is you can't really tell which way is up. Like, is it this way or is it this way? So I just scrapped that because I don't know how that's supposed to work. But now I have some really bad grass textures and pain. Anyway, next I made a movement script for my player so he can actually like move around, because like that's like the only thing you do in Vampire Survivors. I know this isn't like the proper way to do it, but it's the only way I can remember, and I'm not googling it because this is already taking ages. Alright, nice. Now let's make this look a bit nicer, because, yeah, this doesn't look very good. So, introducing Gold Bean. Yeah, no, it still doesn't look good enough. Let's actually try and make an actual 3D model. Yeah, no, that still doesn't look good. But anyway, introducing Terrible Tree. I'm gonna stop doing that joke now because it is really time consuming to make those. Yeah, but anyway, we have Terrible Tree now. It looks terrible. So, yeah, great. So, day 2 started off really well. I came up with the genius idea of taking the sprites straight from the game instead of trying to make my own. So now it's a 2D, 3D game. I guess that kind of ruins the point of making it 3D, but anyway. Now it looks like way better. And I started working on weapons, which was difficult. I never realized how difficult weapons were in the actual game, but I think I did them pretty well. Next, I started making the XP that you will pick up to level up. This did have a few problems, namely triggers and stuff. You know, the trigger colliders, they weren't working properly. But I eventually got them to work and put up a slider that shows how much XP you have, and reset the kind of logic so that when you pick up XP, it brings up the XP amount, and then if you reach a certain amount, it brings your level up, and then increases the amount of XP you need for the next level. Nice. Now that I had the XP system working, I decided to make the UI that's going to appear when you level up, that lets you pick a weapon or, you know, stat upgrades. But for the UI, I decided to do something different than the actual game, and definitely not because it's too hard to code. So basically, you can pick a random weapon or a weapon upgrade. So it's kind of like, it's basically the chest as a level up. But then you could also choose to pick higher movement speed or heal up a bit. And I think this works really well, although it's not staying true to the real Vampire Survivors, but I like it. Alright, nice. Now I'm going to make that look a bit nicer and add the move speed and healing later. But right now I just went and made some enemies and made them follow the player and drop gems. I started off day 4 by fixing the enemies, just finishing them off, making them drop gems, and fixing their hitbox, because their hitbox was weird for some reason. So now enemies are done. Yeah. Now all I need to do was make the enemies spawn at the edge of the screen, just outside your view, so you can't see them appearing. It just looks like they come off the screen. I think I did that pretty well. So now you have infinite enemies, and while I was at it, I also just made a few variations with just some of them are a bit faster, some of them a bit stronger, and yeah, you can now play through the game. Except for one thing. I still have to make the level up screen look good and add those movement and health upgrades. So I did that first by finding some panel sprites from the actual game, and then just spent several hours coding it. And now I'm not going to bore you with the details, let's just get into the full game. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.